So Hutto,
What's up?
on on today's fucking episode, I want to go through a few questions. I was gonna wait until everybody gets here, but unfortunately everybody's not. So you and I are gonna do this actually.
Okay.
This is gonna be kind of I'll just wait for everybody else to get here for more explicit stuff. But
Uh,
I do have some questions written down, and I'm actually gonna I don't have my fucking phone, but I'll get it right. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Grab it.
how professional.
If I don't grab it now, I'm not gonna fucking get it later. Alrighty then. Uh, let's see. All right. So one of the questions is actually, who do you believe are your top action movie villains and why?
So, do you want villains from any kind, live action,
Yeah,
but any
and
genre?
it doesn't matter the genre. Genre does not matter to me. As long as I get
Uh,
as long as I get like a good as long as I get like something that like makes them a good villain, like oh like this person's a good villain because of this or this and that, you know?
does, does Predator count from the movie Predator?
Okay, so you said Predator.
Mhm.
Predator from that show with Chris Hansen, yeah.
He's he every you don't meet with Chris Hansen, you meet with the Predator.
The Predator. Go on, Hado.
Oh,
Even if you don't know the name of the let's say the character, um, you can still name the movie, and we'll just look it up. Superhero movies count as well. So
oh, they do.
yeah,
Oh,
I like that's still an action movie. Like that's why like I said it doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter like all like the specific genre as long as it's like it's action filled.
oh, okay.
Actually, you know what?
Then probably Thanos.
Go on.
What about Riddler from the Batman movie?
That's a good one. The Rizzler.
This is hard. This is way harder than I
Yeah,
thought.
because it's a question that's really gonna make you think. Like it's just like, all right, well, what's a good character that has like a good story to them that makes them a good like a evil villain?
Not only that, but I also have to remember every action movie I've seen,
That's
and I
true.
have a terrible memory. Um, oh, what about the Green Goblin? Yeah, now I'm just saying superhero movies.
You got four so far. You got a predator, a guy who likes gems, some dude who rhymes, and a green gobbler.
Oh, what about what's his name? The bad guy in the first Matrix movie. Forget his name.
You guys with the suits?
Hmm.
I have no idea.
Oh,
All I remember from those goddamn movies is Mr. Anderson. I don't know his name. They put suit guys from Matrix. I'm gonna do mine. So two characters, I don't remember their names, but most people will understand just because if you've seen the James Bond movies, not the older ones, but the ones with Daniel Craig.
oh yeah.
Yeah, then yeah, you'll understand like the guy from I believe it was from Spectre up to Skyfall. That guy, and then he was in the last movie. He was in also No Time to Die.
Hmm.
But yeah, that guy, the main bad guy from that, and
Yep.
then as well as the last bad guy from No Time to Die. Those two guys were really good. I would probably say Voldemort. I don't know. I think what they did with Voldemort was actually pretty good. The way they put him in the movie,
Mm.
where it was just like, oh, like he who should not or shall not be named, like this and that. Gave it more emphasis on the character. It's just like, well, like yo, like they're not allowed to speak his name. Is he like really this bad of a fucking villain that like people are so fucking terrified of him? Like it's just like it's that crazy. And like the more you see like you get to see more of his character slowly like pop up in the movies.
Yeah.
Especially which, which one was it? Was it the first or the second one where he's unwrapping the thing that he has on his head and like they see Voldemort in the back like in the back of his skull.
On the back of the head. Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
it's
one to me,
creepy.
I'm like, it was very odd But I'm like, damn. I'm like, is this dude really like that? That he is using this person as like a vessel? I'm like, that's really odd.
Did you ever see No Country for Old Men?
No, but I've heard of it. I've seen like little bits
Oh
of
my god.
I've seen like little clips and like I've heard like I don't remember what it was. There was something about like there was a certain death and it was just like it was like crazy. It was like a crazy death. I don't remember.
Yeah, he uses like this weird air device. Air can I don't know what it's called, but
There was
it's
a device that he used that I heard like was just like it was like well, what the fuck type of moment. Hold on, I'll be back.
shit.
The prodigy son has returned. All right. Uh, moving on from villains.
Okay.
What did you think of Marvel's Phase 4 and what are some of your thoughts or theories that you have for the new phases?
Ah, God, it was super lazy. It didn't feel connected at all. And I didn't even
Ugh.
realize phase five was already happening.
Okay.
So
That's
yeah.
that's kind of where I want to like punch you in the face right now cuz a lot of
What?
people so here's why. So a lot of people are saying like, "Oh, like like phase 4 was like not it, like it's not like what everybody wanted." You have to understand we just went through a whole saga and like before we get into something else like we also need some filler and that's basically what it is. It's kind of like it's basically just filling in that gap like from after everything that's happened and we're getting more like we're obviously going to get more character developments within other characters. We're going to be introduced into some other characters that are crucial to the stories that are like going on into the next phase. And that's the thing, that's what it is. So like everything in phase 4 is just kind of like, all right, well, it's just filler until we get up to phase 5, where we're getting introduced into obviously the King Dynasty, and we had to deal with all those stories, and like where it's gonna get more dramatic. That's why like when you notice it, like at the end, and with the last movie that just came out with Wakanda Forever, obviously like things got more intense versus everything else, which was more lighter. It wasn't at like not tense, but it was just more lighter in tone. Multiverse of Madness was kind of its own thing. Same way with fuck, what was it? With Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That one was great. A lot of people gave it shit, but like no, it was really great. And we like you're kind of like still figuring out. You're just like, all right, well, what the fuck is what's gonna happen after? Like, he just took the mantle of fucking Captain America. So where are we gonna go from here? Like, and how was his story? How is his story gonna develop even more? What's gonna develop with his like his characters? Because we already know that there's gonna be another Captain America movie coming up for the next. I don't know if it's phase 5 or phase 6. But we're gonna get another Captain America movie. And like so that's just the thing we had to like understand like all right, well, regardless if you don't think like it was necessary, technically it was not all of it, but it was just filling in like some of the gaps and like just letting us like know like all right, this should happen after during like this time and everything, or like this happened right before this or right after that. Just filling in, just filler before we get into phase 5 where things are gonna like drop. It's the ball's gonna drop and we're gonna see where shit goes. So once the Ant-Man and Quantumania trailer came out, fucking intense. I was like, what the hell? Somebody pointed out um that if you pay attention, Cassie is sending a fucking beacon basically to the quantum realm that's getting Kane's attention. So her and Scott, he was saying that her and Scott are most likely gonna have to fucking send a beacon back in order to like he put it like this. She's gonna have to send a beacon back to get back to the normal world, but she's gonna have to send it through the 10 rings from the quantum realm. Because the same way with the rings, they're connected in there. I believe someone was pointing it out in the trailer that the 10 rings are connected, and I believe the bangle that Kamala Khan wears as well is also connected into all that as well. So there's a lot going on, and a lot of it that we just got introduced to in the filler and for phase 4, very crucial. And I mean, it's one of those things where you just like, all right, well, we got all this story, but what for? And now, but that's where we're gonna get with Phase 5. See why it was like it wasn't as great as you wanted it to be, but it was something that like, all right, well, you got to give it time to really develop. Does that make sense?
No, it does, but like a lot of what was put out was rushed, messy, didn't add to overall. Like you said it was filler, it was fillers, but
Yeah.
it wasn't even good. And that's why I didn't like a lot of Phase 4. It was just pretty bad. And overall, like it didn't feel like it was serving an overall story. It just felt like lots of different things going at random.
Okay. So which of them like most like I wouldn't say like which of them most left you uninterested from Phase 4?
Uh, Thor, Thor, it was not
Really?
good at all. It was terrible,
Oh,
man.
okay. I don't think it was terrible. I think it was good, but I don't think it was terrible.
It
It,
was
it like we're
my
not gonna say it's great. We're not gonna say, oh my god, it's like the best
no,
one out of like the entire phase. It's like no, it's good for what it is, but it doesn't mean it's great.
no, I disagree. It's pretty terrible on a lot of stuff.
What about it to you do you think was terrible?
A lot of the comedy didn't land. It spent like too much on that, and it didn't really delve into Thor being serious. The villain was only there for like 10 minutes in like the 2 hour run.
There was supposed to be more
Um,
to that villain, but because of the actual way he's in the comics, like it's a lot more gruesome, and
I mean,
it wasn't gonna get approval. That's why
I
they
mean
didn't
that
that's why they didn't go through with that.
that doesn't really matter. They can just rewrite it and actually make it like the villain's more compelling or make him way more threatening. Like in what's it called Multiverse of Madness, fucking one obliterated everyone in really really violent ways. So I wouldn't see how that would be a problem for Thor. And
That's definitely true. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know how to respond to that. I mean, with the God parts, I think that's like they could have shown like the murder of the gods, like of like him having to like to watch like all that happen and
true.
and going through stuff like that. And I think more towards like the stuff like where he got like introduced with the like him kidnapping the kids. I think that's where like they were just like, all right, well, we see all this, and then we're gonna like lead it up to kids, and it's just like, all right, well, I think this is where they're like, all right, well, we gotta have to like tone him down because like there's obviously kids involved, and it's like regardless of like the character's nature, we kind of gotta like like keep it like right there at PG-13 and not like obviously overdo it because it's gonna look bad on our part. I think there was a script that was like it was more for rated R, and they ended up having to like put that aside and kind of rewrite just so like all of that like would not be like really like fucking intense on audiences.
I wouldn't know. I don't know if that's true or not. And I just would have wanted a better Thor movie because he was so good in Infinity War and his third Thor movie, and the newest one just felt like a waste of time.
I think it's well, a lot of people pointed it out. They're like it's more because of what he's gone through that's why he is the way he is in that moment because he lost everything basically. And how remember how in Infinity was it Infinity War and I think it was Endgame, right? Where Rocket's like he feels like he failed and this and that, and he's like beating himself up over it, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it is. So he's going through the stages of like denial, depression, and like at this point like he's he's like more towards like acceptance already. Like he's getting towards like the last two stages, and that's kind of where you see it like really develop and like he's trying to like really like bring himself back up to like where he's at. So once we see him like started like really take care of himself and like get buff again, he's more just trying to like kind of like land back on his feet, especially when it came back to like him like seeing Jane again, trying to work out the rough patches and like just try to make it work, try to do better for himself and like obviously like do good like with her and like especially like after everything that just happened, he's probably thinking like, oh, like I don't want to lose somebody else who was really close to me. Like if I can make this like if I can make this work, like I gotta make this work. I gotta do whatever it takes so I don't lose somebody else out of my. That's why like when I like, honest to God, I thought Jane was gonna take Thor's place. I thought he was gonna sacrifice himself and save Jane at some point during the movie. But when I see Jane end up dying right beside him, and him taking Gore's daughter, I found it like I was like, damn. I was like, I thought she was gonna take the mantle because the way they described her character, um, for everything like going on through that phase, they're like, oh, you're like yeah, like it's like Mighty Thor is like there. A lot of people were saying like that she's gonna take his place and everything, and that like we're gonna end up like seeing someone that like from we're gonna see someone from Thor and like go away and we're never gonna see them again. It's just like this was that person. This was that plot twist. We all thought fucking Thor was gonna be gone and we were gonna get Jane. But that was the plot
Yeah,
twist. We ended up
yeah,
watching
that
Jane die.
that was actually a really nice scene.
I was like, fuck, and like him like taking her place, or she ended up filling in and that void that like that Thor needed basically. Um, his or basically his step it would be his stepdaughter, I believe, or his adopted daughter, basically. Yeah, his adopted daughter would be filling in that void, and him like starting anew with her and like going through everything together. Have you heard of the Great Baja Blast of 2008?
No,
All right, this is where the fun part begins.
I I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's good, but also bad. Let me find it.
That doesn't answer my question.
I I'm not gonna answer your question. I want you to bear with me
Uh,
here. Like
all right.
this is what's gonna happen. Let's see. All right, alrighty. So I'm gonna read it to you, and then I'm gonna actually, you know what? Let me send the images. I'm gonna just send the images, make it a lot easier, and then I'm gonna read you the case. It's not gonna be the full
Okay.
case, but it's gonna be in there. All right, we're gonna start from that Taco Bell thing, and then work our way down. You see all that? He's got like a whole tank. He's got like a tank full of like Baja Blast. You see how it works like in the backpack and everything, and like how he's doing it like with like a messenger bag right beside him.
Oh,
Yeah, you see that? So this is what it says. 2008 Baja Blast incident. The absolute perfect heist was performed by user how to pronounce it? Epithet Lip, something like that. Decided to take more than what the store was offering him. Willing to go down in history as one of the greatest thieves in history. His legacy will be carried out in years to come. The year was 2008. It was a different time and a time for innovation, a time for action. With Baja Blast only available at Taco Bell, teens would need to fight the urge to eat yet another cheesy gordita crunch if they were going to taste that sweet blue. But what if you could rig the system whenever you got soda, it traveled through a cup into a receptacle? That kind of thinking requires brains, brawn, bravery, and just a little bit of luck. The Caper sounds like an extremely high stake version of Ocean's 11, in which the score is so prized that it leaves onlookers with one word: epic. That's right, the Operation Soda Steel, or Operation Baja Blast, as the group outright noobs would later call it. Pawns Taco Bell, at least until the group was pawned or by its pawn petard. The fuck is this article? As
how are you reading?
I'm reading an article, I don't even know what the
How
hell.
old is it?
From 2021, but
Oh,
it's barely getting told now, so I don't know. Um, as the video tells, a fucking prick named Steve uploaded the heist video to College Humor and stole. What the fuck, bro? So this dude went out of his way to do this whole heist, and some other dude basically stole the glory. Someone uploaded it to College Humor, like the YouTube channel, and stole this dude's glory. All right, so while Huddle was gone and now he's back, um, we had K join in, and K is just short for Nightwolf. For most of you who don't know, but he's a part of the gaming group, and we're actually gonna get into this topic right here. I didn't realize I was not recording during this segment, but we're gonna get into this question one more time. Actually, these two questions as well. So I want to re-ask this since K is also here now. What do you guys believe is the best gift for a guy? Me and Huddle, we already went through this. Me and
Yeah,
Miguel already
we
went through
already know
this.
our answer.
We know our answer, but we want to hear what you're gonna say, so we can at least like get into that and see what you think. Okay.
Can you repeat the question?
What do you believe is the best gift for a guy?
For a guy,
Mm-hmm.
I guess a rope.
A jump rope? Yeah. Yeah, a jump rope
No,
is great.
a very long, girthy, and hard rope.
I'm about to drink water. I'm so glad I didn't like put a swig in my mouth, because as soon as I did, I would have spit that right out.
What?
Because the way he said it, he's like a big, long, girthy rope. No, but in all seriousness, like, what do you believe is a great gift for a guy? Like, let's not say money. Let's not say money, because I mean anybody can get money. But like, what do you genuinely believe is a good gift for a guy?
Good question. A Latina.
True.
I guess that's my answer.
So your answer your
It's not
answer is
Latina.
your answer is Aladdin woman.
Well, I did say a rope, but
A rope
since
doesn't count and money doesn't
okay,
count.
all right, yeah, it's just a fucking
Aladdin woman.
delusional, a delusional Latin woman
Okay.
who'll make their life hell.
All right. If that's what you
Yeah.
want, then that's what you're getting. So I pointed this out. There was two videos that I had seen, and we referenced another one as well, where one guy was saying, "Oh yeah, like if you want to get your boyfriend or like your significant other or one of your friends, like, and they're a guy and like you want to get them a gift, the best gift you could ever get that person is a Mandalorian helmet." And yeah, that'd be a great gift. It's the coolest thing you can get that motherfucker. Then we ended up referencing as well, like another dude talking about, he's like, "Oh yeah, the best thing you can get like your boyfriend or your husband is a sword."
Oh yeah,
Actually, yeah,
That
that does.
the sword
yeah,
is the best
the
option
sword
you
is
can
the
get.
best option. And we were saying like, it's like it doesn't matter if it's a wooden katana. It doesn't matter if it's a real metal blade. It doesn't matter if it's just a plastic, like one of those like Nerf ones or anything. This dude is not gonna care. He will be playing with that thing all day. Like if you get that kid a Nerf gun, same thing. We will be blasting like all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or killing ourselves.
I ended up bringing
Yeah.
up the discussion with
Slicing up our hands.
exactly,
Yeah.
playing Fruit Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna end up like, if someone got us a dark sword and a Mandalorian helmet, this is what we were talking about. We had to beat that person up. It does not matter who it is. We had to beat that person up because it is tradition to take
Oh.
to win it in combat. They're gonna get beat. It doesn't matter who. We're gonna just grab the sword and just. That's the only way. That's the only way to win the dark sword. Like, there's no other way. Ladies, I'm sorry, but you're gonna get smacked with a sword. You got us a sword, you're gonna get smacked with the sword. No other way to put it.
Nor sexually.
Nor sexually. As best as possible as we can get. Speaking about sexually,
No.
if a gay man compliments you, would you take offense to that? / would you feel awkward about that?
I'll be offended.
Would you actually?
Yeah, big time.
Why? Because we got into this and it's not anything like really offensive. Like, go on.
I just say that whenever a gay man looks at me, he just goes straight.
That's not what I was expecting. I was genuinely expecting like something where it's just like he compliments you, but you know you're nothing like that.
That too. If a girl doesn't even catcall me or compliment me, then what makes you think a gay man's gonna do it?
Bro,
They're both.
when do girls ever catcall a guy?
They don't.
It's the same like have you ever like thought about that like when it comes to like you know how, like they're always saying like, oh, like construction workers are always like sitting on top of a beam eating their lunch and catcalling girls like on the street, like in cartoons, like you know what I'm talking about, like from uh like 80s to like 90s like cartoons, when they're sitting
Yeah.
like on a high beam with their hard hats and everything, and they're like whistling at the girl. Yeah,
hmm
no girl's gonna do that to a guy. Like, when do you ever see that? No girl is ever gonna catcall a guy. They'll be
And if
like,
they
they're
do,
gonna be like,
you're gonna get
yeah, they're
pegged.
gonna be like, yeah, you look like you look good in those jeans, man. It's just like, no, dude, that doesn't happen.
No. And if girls say that they do, they're lying.
They're lying.
Yeah. Or they just want to peg that guy.
Anyways,
Yeah.
we were saying that like if a gay man compliments you, like me on my behalf, I think like I would accept it. I'd be fucking grateful. I've had a gay man compliment me before. It was actually like it was a weird compliment, but like I took it and I was like, all right. I'm like, all right, cool. But what's it called? Yeah, it's not. Here's basically how you put it. It does not matter if like what the compliment is. It's the matter that you got complimented by another guy. Because guys like never compliment other guys. The only time you really compliment it is just like when you know like the guy's like oh shit like you're looking swole, dude, like good shit, like GG's, man, like then and there. Or like you're at a car meet and like you're talking with another dude about his car and like you guys go in for like 5-10 minutes about just that guy's car and like everything and that's gonna get done to it. Like shit like that like makes you feel good. Um or whether or not it's just like the dude's like complimenting you on your outfit, like no dude is ever gonna compliment you on your fucking outfit. So for like any man to like do that in general, like fucking
And if they
it's a
do
great.
compliment your outfit, you're basically getting robbed.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Fuck. I didn't even think about it like that. Yeah,
Especially if they're dark.
he's gonna be like, yeah, I like your shoes, and you're like, fuck, I'm gonna get robbed.
Damn.
He's like, oh, what size shoes are you like? My
No, no,
size, my size. I'm my size. Don't worry, don't worry about what size I'm wearing.
And if you say that in public, you're gonna get shot too.
You're gonna get shot. Well, yeah, Huddle. Let's hear your statement. Let's get into it with you.
Yeah, like I told you
Say the
before.
N word.
No, like I told you when you didn't record, basically, I'll take any compliment really because like if someone complimented on my outfit, regardless who it is, I would just feel validated that knowing that my outfit's actually pretty good and that anyone noticed that I put on an outfit uh that I thought was good. And
It's just Hut with like a fucking Rolling Stone T-shirt with ripped jeans and just
yeah,
Converse.
like the
No,
worst absolute
it's
attire.
it's
Hey,
just
nice outfit, man.
it's just Huddle in fucking in a turtleneck and slacks.
It's just Huddle with a fucking tight denim
No,
jeans and a
It's Huddle
fucking
wearing
flannel and a cowboy hat.
it's
And he has crocodile boots. That's some shit Huddle would pull up.
No, Huddle would wear the fucking outfit that The Rock wore with the turtleneck, the fanny pack, and like the gold chain. That's something Huddle would wear. That's something he would wear.
That is definitely Huddle style right there.
Next is gonna be a segment about food.
Let's go.
All
I
right.
just finished eating.
Well, you're gonna get into this now because we're gonna get into this. Too late. We're gonna rank sodas. So let's get into this.
Oh.
Let's see.
No.
Yes.
I don't think. Wait, Mr. Hud, you don't drink soda, huh?
I don't drink soda.
Really?
Yeah, you're like my brother. Fucking weirdos.
Damn it.
I will still rank them.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so the sodas are gonna be Sprite, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, RC Cola, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew Baja Blast,
All right.
Jarritos Piña. I'll just fucking put orange Fanta. We'll put orange Fanta in there instead. So yeah, so your options are Jarritos Piña. They're gonna be orange Fanta, RC Cola, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Sprite, Mountain Dew, Baja Blast. Let's see where you guys rank it. Where are you guys ranking them?
Mm.
Everything F tier.
We're gonna we're gonna
Ranking like A, B, C, or ranking like 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
let's do S from obviously F, the letter S to F.
S for soda.
Or you know what?
Uh,
We'll leave it as we'll leave this as God. The first we won't have it as S. We'll have it as God tier A, B, C, D, E, and F.
Mm. Okay.
God tier. Root
So
beer.
wait, was root beer in the list?
No.
I see. No.
It's
Okay.
not. It
Good.
was not.
Okay. Good. Because I'm
Bro,
sorry, but
root
root beer
beer would end up being
sucks.
an F tier.
F tier.
F tier. F tier
I
all
wouldn't
day.
know. I've never tried it.
I tried it, but it's just
It's disgusting.
Really?
it's not disgusting. It's just that it's not really
No, dude, it's disgusting.
beverage that is very enjoyable.
Bro, when do
I've
you
heard
ever
people
see
say it's real good.
Sure,
when do you
people
ever
use
see
it for ice
a
cream.
commercial? Yeah, you can use it for ice cream, but like when
The
do you
ice
ever
cream,
see a
yeah, it's pretty
commercial
good.
for it?
No,
This is true.
Like you see
That's true.
you always see like fucking like advertisement for Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, Coke, but you never see advertisement for any sort of root beer. So where would you
Mm.
rank each one of them? Huddle.
Well, I would say BC,
Oh yeah, you don't drink
the
soda.
lowest one.
So wait, which one is going? Which one's the lowest one?
I think it's so it's 7. So it's God, A, B, C, D, E, and F. All right. So yeah, I would recommend BC as the lowest ranked F because I've never drank that, nor do I never heard of it. So I
So-
can't say
Okay, so which one? Wait, which one are you putting as F?
BC. That's how we said.
RC.
RC. There
C
we go.
cola.
RC
You
Cola. Yeah.
bastard.
I'm
Ah.
going to do the opposite of Night Wolf. I will put RC cola at God tier. Mine's basically going to be the opposite of Night Wolf's.
Okay. Well, let me finish. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically for E rank it's gonna be Baja Blast. I don't really drink Mountain Dew. I used to. I've drank all of them, but I'm just not really a big fan of it.
That means Baja Blast for me is
Yeah.
S tier, or is it A tier?
No, there's God tier.
Yeah. But or after that, is it S or A?
No, so God tier is what is replacing S. Where are you gonna put? Where are you putting the rest?
Baja Blast is gonna be on E. Yeah.
You're a loser. I fucking.
No.
Bro, how are you gonna rank Baja Blast over RC? You're a fucking moron. I don't want to. I don't want to hear, dude. I don't want to hear. Fucking Baja Blast is disgusting. It is disgusting. I don't know how people enjoy that
Wait.
shit. I'd rather have Mountain Dew Code Red over Baja Blast any day of the week.
I'm confused now.
Don't worry. On D rank, I would have to choose Coca-Cola.
All right.
Reasonable.
Then C rank would be Dr. Pepper.
That's acceptable.
Yeah, actually, don't get me wrong. I love Dr. Pepper.
I love Dr. Pepper too, but it's one of those things where it's just like it's one of those things you don't have often.
Yeah.
Kind of depending on like what you're eating or like when you kind of crave it.
All right. Occasionally, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Pepsi would be B rank, and then Orange Fanta would be A rank, and I choose Jarritos Piña for God tier.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say I'd say that's valid.
Especially the Jarrito brand is like really, really how would I say this? It's very it's been introduced a lot in like a lot of parties. So if you ever eat like tacos or like at a Mexican stand,
Yeah, it goes
just
so
know
good
that
with it.
piña Jarritos does go with everything. So is the tamarindo and every other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know this one that you should include in this list?
What's up?
The manzanita.
Fuck, I should have. And then I
that one's
Not the
a good-
not the manzanita, but the red
Sangria.
bottle. No,
Sangria.
sangria too. We're never doing it again. It took me a while to process this.
I'm erasing the ones that because I made a copy.
All right, Hado, take it away.
Oh, yeah, mine's basically the opposite of Night Wolves.
Same thing.
Just the whole opposite.
What do you mean? The opposite.
because he had Baja
So
Blast at
ours,
D, I think.
yeah,
I
and ours
have
we
mine at
have
A. So the inverse of what Night Wolf had.
K.
All right. Next, did you know that Don Cheto is not really a person, but it's actually a character?
Oh yeah, yeah, we had
Who
this discussion.
Don Cheto.
Don Cheto.
is that?
You know who? How do you not know who Don Cheto is?
Maybe I do, but like,
He's like
give me.
he's the chubby dude, especially from GTA 5. He's the guy that you hear on the fucking Spanish radio. Um, he's an
East Los Santos.
yeah on
He is Los Santos.
East Los
East
Santos
Los
FM,
Santos.
but he's the dude who made a Open Gangnam Style, but like the Mexican version.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw that music video. There was
No.
like a chubby like a chubby like Mexican dude with like a white mustache, white hair, and like a sombrero.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I do remember him.
Yeah,
Yeah, this was like
So
a
you,
while back. Yeah.
so he's writing that guy's imaginary.
Yeah,
he's
he's
just
just
a
a character.
character. He's just a
Yeah,
character
he's
Makes sense.
from a comedian, and like I wasn't aware of this. A lot
Alright.
of people were not aware of it. I thought it was just like an actual dude.
Honestly, how if you
Yeah.
look at his character, it looks like it has like it's
Bro.
been improvised. It's like it's been like
Bro, it's cause
put up by
you,
makeup.
it's like you growing up, like you're not aware, like it just like it to me it looked like natural, like I didn't really like look at it like that.
No. I'm like, okay, just put a picture of Don Cheto and like just like look at it and like even as a kid, you would think like this guy looks like this guy looks weird.
Well, you're also like if you see him like on like shows and shit like that,
Oh,
especially like
this.
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Yeah, you bet you
yeah,
found
yeah,
the
yeah,
picture.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yes, that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
okay.
yeah,
As
so
a kid,
See,
I didn't really thought of him as much because I was like, okay, so maybe he's just a character
well,
from like a show.
I would see him on shows
yeah.
like as a judge and shit, and like I'm gonna be like okay, like judging the competitions and shit like that. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm like he's probably valid and like
Oh
this is probably like a
yeah, I
real dude.
forgot he.
Yeah. So I'm assuming I'm like, all right, well, this dude's probably like a real dude. I'm like, all right, he's probably valid.
So he never
So
existed
so I
at
never thought
all.
of yeah, I never thought of
Mhm.
anything like that.
I like how Google says first appearance 2003.
Yeah, exactly. Like
It
none
Oh
doesn't
of
yeah,
even
like around there.
it doesn't say where, it doesn't say
it doesn't.
exactly
Yeah.
like what country, it just says 2003.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get this.
Yeah. All
He
right.
just
Yeah,
spawned in 2003.
if I remember
So
correctly, he had his own show too.
I think he did.
Maybe
Yeah.
I might be thinking of something else, but yeah, I think he might have. But let me ask you guys a question. When was the last time you guys went to Disneyland?
last October.
Back when I was like a little kid, I would say like 5 years old or 4.
I myself have never been to Disneyland, so uh,
You're not missing it.
so well, I mean, it's still missing out because like it's that childhood experience that like you want. But
Uh,
hearing this news pissed me off.
okay.
Did you hear that Splash Mountain is getting taken apart because the movie that it's based around is racially stereotyping black people? So now it's gonna get a rebuild or what they're calling a reimagine, and it's now gonna be Tiana's Bayou Adventure from Tiana and the fucking Princess of the Frog movie, basically. But
Oh, that's what she was. Okay.
yeah, but here's
Wait,
the-
isn't that more racist?
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like how are you gonna take down a movie? So the movie that it's based on is called Song of the South, and it's like racial stereotyping black people supposedly. But here's the thing: how are you gonna replace how are you gonna place a ride that's based on like a movie that's racial stereotyping black people, but then you're gonna change it to a ride that is also a black like about black people, and you're putting them in the scene of New Orleans where you're seeing like all these people like Mardi Gras and shit like that. Like motherfucker, like you're also racial stereotyping black people by putting them in that like fucking like scenery. Like you're same thing with like a lot of their movies. Like you don't realize it, but it's right there, right in front of you. You're stereotyping black people. Like you just don't realize it. Like with Bolt or not fucking Bolt. What's that one movie with the crows? Those black crows.
That should be any fucking movie, dude.
It was a specific movie. I can't remember the fucking name. But there was like crows like they were like black and like they were black. Just because like I'm pretty sure they were played by black actors and like they had like the little fucking straw hats on top of their head and everything and like sitting on the top of like I don't know if it was a tree or fucking a landline or something, but they were in there. and it was just the black characters, and you knew it. That's the same thing. Like how are you gonna take down a ride that is racial stereotyping black people? Replace it with another one that's doing the exact same thing.
I do not watch a lot of Disney movies, nor do I find Disneyland that very important because I slept throughout the whole day of Disneyland, and nor do I. I don't think I remember going to any rides. I was too little. But not to see, to fucking hear about this, I don't know, dude.
It's stupid.
It is dumb, but then again, I guess it's the norm nowadays. If anything's racist, take it down.
Exactly.
Even though it's not the. Wait, what was it based off? Splash Mountain?
Splash Mountain was based around a movie called The Song of the South.
It was a movie that they made, right?
Yes.
Did we by any chance see this in school?
I don't know. We might have not. I have no idea, to be honest. We could have. We probably it's one of those things that probably just went over our head. Because I remember growing up, we watched a shit ton of movies. The main movie that I remember from elementary that will still stick with me is My Friend Martin.
No, that one too.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember that movie. The one where the kid travels back in time and meets Martin Luther King before he grows up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then
Now
he ends up trying to. I think he ends up trying to warn him before he gets shot.
Doesn't he bring him back to the future, and the future is all sucky and
Yeah.
all burnt
Yeah,
down?
because he fucking made a paradox where he wasn't there in order to give that speech, and now he's coming to this reality where everything is shitty.
Or racism won.
Yep.
And it still does.
Yep.
Just look at us, Hutt.
All right.
Okay, now that I see the Song of the South, the cover, and I do remember watching this. Yeah. Honestly, by the looks of it, I feel like they did it intentionally. They had a context behind the whole I guess movie plot. Because if you're gonna base it off in a certain era, then yeah, this is how they looked. I haven't watched the movie, nor do I remember seeing clips of it. But I don't know, dude. This is back in the time where cartoons like these would pass by and just nobody would have actually say oh my god, that's racist.
And before we kick off the last of this podcast, this is the final question. Now, would you rather go out on Valentine's Day with your girlfriend, but she's taking you out and she's buying you whatever you'd like to make you feel special? Or in this instant right here, so the female's going to be okay with this opportunity that's going to be talked about right now. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So would you rather do that where she's taking you out and buying you whatever you like and making you feel special? Or would you rather go out on a date with Ryan Reynolds just as bros, and he's doing the exact same thing? He's treating you out, buying you whatever you want to do, whatever you want, doing doing everything, doing the same thing as just a normal date, but you guys are just chilling as bros, nothing romantical. It's just you just having the time of your life with Ryan Reynolds. What would you rather have?
All right, girlfriend, because I really don't care for Ryan Reynolds.
Get out!
Yeah,
Get out! I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, bro. Where's the shadow realm in here? I don't even think I have a shadow realm anymore. You know what? Hold on. Let me send them.
Oh man,
I don't really care for Ryan Reynolds.
Hold on.
I mean, he's
nope. Send them to the complaint department. I'm not taking him in here. He's going to the complaint department because he's gonna deal with that shit there. I'm not having Otto in here. No, fuck that.
I don't really. I'm indifferent about it. So
Otto probably doesn't like Ryan Reynolds, but he probably likes Hugh Jackman instead.
I'd say he's better, but also kind of indifferent.
So what are you saying? He's not gay?
Do you want to go back to the complaint department?
complaint
I'm
department.
gonna send you back to the complaint department.
I'll
you could
just come
there.
back.
So you could just wait there like the DMV. All right, all
I'll come
right,
back and spread my correct opinions.
all right. Kate, I want to hear what you are gonna do. Are you gonna go out on a date with your girlfriend or girlfriend, quote unquote, or are you gonna go?
Quote unquote.
Imaginary girlfriend. Quote
Are you
Or
gonna
will
go?
you go
Okay,
on
what would you rather go?
a
Would you
date
rather,
with Ryan Reynolds? Quote unquote.
or would you rather go on a date with your girlfriend, quote unquote? But no, no. But yeah, would you rather go on a date with your girlfriend, but she's taking you out and buying you whatever you would like and this and that, making you feel special, or go out on a date with Ryan Reynolds as bros and he's treating you out, doing the exact same thing?
Honestly, I would just go with the girlfriend too.
Fuck you
But
guys.
not because I don't hate Ryan Reynolds, nor do I. Shut up.
What the fuck happened? God damn it.
No, don't worry about it. I'll just be honest. If Ryan Reynolds was put in this situation, he would have said you'd be pretty much dumb enough for choosing me over a girl.
Nah, dude, Ryan Reynolds is so fucking hilarious. You should see how he like. There's a picture and that he posts like, and like with his wife, but he cropped her out of the photo, and it was just him like in the photo. He's like, "Oh, doesn't my wife look so fucking beautiful?" And there was another one where like she posted like a photo of like it was him. I think I don't remember what other actor. I think it was like maybe him and Ryan Gosling. Yeah, I think it was like him and Ryan Gosling. And she cropped Ryan Reynolds out, and it was just Ryan Gosling. She's like, "Oh, doesn't my husband look so so handsome?" And like all you see is just Ryan Reynolds' arm like in the photo, and like but like the rest is just Ryan Gosling. It's literally
God.
like yeah, like they're fucking hilarious.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for today.
All right, well I guess that's where we're gonna cut the podcast, and yeah, I mean
Yes.
we're gonna leave it at like someone scratching their butthole. That's as best as we can get it. All right, everybody want to say good night?
No.
Oh.
All right, fuck you guys. All right, that was the podcast for tonight. So I guess you guys just have a fucking great night.